Helldivers 2 has changed gaming history forever moving forward. This is literally the future now. If you have an Xbox, you're launching Helldivers 2 thanks to the Halo ODST collab and the launch on Xbox. You're going to see a PlayStation logo while playing your Xbox. Like at start, it's kind of crazy. It just goes back to back like an actual crossover collab. This maybe quote unquote ends the console wars. And also on top of that, I know there's a little bit earlier iterations, right? Like with Activision, with Crash Bandicoot and stuff. And then also Gears of War is happening the same day to day. So Gears of War is a little bit more of the added addition to what's happening right now in this historical moment. It's monumental. This is the first ever, I think, just by far. This is a insane collab. One, because Helldivers, there couldn't be a better community that deserves this more. Like Helldivers community is incredible overall. I myself am part of it. Lots of nods to and respect to the lore and the actual, just everything what Halo offers and Helldivers is doing correct. And it also feels like a genuine collab partnership that was both extended in each of their routes where they really wanted to put that passion into it to just get it right. Because sometimes there's just things just to slap it all on and just get it done. But this felt like they really put some time to get it in right. There's no other game that I feel that deserves it more. And it's kind of cool where it's, although Helldivers is quote unquote AAA thanks to PlayStation funding, it's still treated like a AA and a live service game in my opinion. And well, live service of course is true, but it's treated like a AA game in my opinion, because I feel that, I don't know, just the love and care, the passion, and the way the parody that goes along with it, and just everything where everybody just kind of plays along, and this just the role play essence of the game brings the immersion much more. And I feel that it's awesome for that. That's what we need in gaming. On top of that, like price point, what they do and how it's evolved, especially since the Power World launch. And then after, like soon after, you saw the Helldivers go insane too. Right now, like over 100 and something thousand people playing on Steam. Now you got Xbox players, now you got, and on top of the PS players, and how welcoming it has been for the Helldivers, seeing community inviting Xbox players. So there's just a lot of stuff going down. And I love this so much for gaming in totality. For somebody like me who's been alive since the beginning of Xbox and PlayStation. I know, Unk here. It's still cool to see this finally happen at a decent time, and I think it couldn't be been a better time. I know everything's been changing since it's gone like digital world and everything, but I just love this. It's such a game that can get overlooked, but also it's well deserved at the same time for them to start this aspect of like no more console wars. You know what I mean? It's going to be huge to see what gaming does. I want to see, I think what gaming in totality is going to do is kind of just see how this goes first. Then they're going to be like, okay, can we continuously bring more and more and more? Because Xbox already announced a long time ago that they were going to do stuff already. And with Nintendo third-party stuff, it's going to be a lot of stuff coming. I think Halo's going to Switch, I think for the most part, is what they're trying to say in the foreseeable future. So cool. Like they launched this whole podcast. They talk about everything about what's going down, like all the iterations and all like the actual, just every term and just what they're doing, what they're trying to get right when it comes down to everything. I feel that Helldivers 2 has knocked that out the park. And I just couldn't be more excited, man. It's so awesome. And so for me as a fan, it's cool to really see this stuff, especially if you're someone who just enjoy. I think you do so much. But this was by far one of the coolest things I did like ever want to look at. You know what I mean?
Obviously, Halo's a massive franchise as well. And it's a big deal because now we have this ODST Legendary War Bond that's coming with this launch. Can you tell us a little about what's in this War Bond? What can fans expect, and where can they get it?
Yeah, let me just start with, we are so excited to be part of Helldivers. We are all fans. I was telling a story earlier today about my intern going nuts when Super Earth was like going to lose a city or something major part of your game.
Man. I'm so excited for this.
It has infiltrated our studio as well. And obviously fans have been asking for this for a really long time. There's a natural connection between Helldivers and Helljumpers, our ODST. So we are excited to show off 2 different armors, 2 different capes, 3 primary weapons, a secondary weapon, a passive, all tied to ODST, kind of themed from that like 2007 to 2009 era of Halo. One of the armors is kind of like the Rookie. So we actually use the Rookie name. We also, in the naming, called it A9, which is Alpha 9 is the squad that Buck leads.
So good.
Kind of like some little Easter eggs for Halo fans in the naming and lore. And then the other helmet is Dare's Recon helmet, which is a really popular one. Again, our characters are not in the Helldivers world, but it's like they're representations of their armor, which are popular with Halo fans.
Yeah.
And they knocked it out the park with it too.
Helljumpers, Helldivers, they all just know how to kill bugs. So it's kind of cool to see them kind of all jump in and kind of play together.
Playing the Halo games with my brother, this was like very precious memories to me.
Yes.
And my brother actually works now as a 3D artist at Arrowhead as well. So he made many of these weapons. So playing now the game that we're making together with him and paying tribute to the brilliant Halo franchise just feels honestly quite surreal. But it was something that was very important to us. And we are very careful with like who we want to do like these kind of partnerships with. It's very important for us that it's right for this game.
It just makes sense.
ODST
it just
was
makes
like
sense.
the perfect
so cool.
fit, I think. Like everything is matches. So that's why it was like a no-brainer for us and something we were extremely excited to do. When we decide like what to do next and so forth, we very often let ourselves be guided by the things that we are nostalgic about, right? And in the studio, we have a bunch of people that are very nostalgic about Halo because we grew up playing Halo.
Yes.
It shaped us as gamers.
Yes.
Right. So I just want to say it's a really big honor for me and for
you just
many
hear
of us
like they genuinely
Awesome to
both
hear.
wanted to do
Kudos
this
to
on
the
both
Halo
ends.
team.
And we can get the whole world saving Super Earth with the ODST armors and weapons and all this stuff. Like, it's just such an awesome fit. And like, I think we complement each other really well with our games. Like, we're a little bit more serious in tone. We're a little more prescriptive. We don't have like the game master idea and just the community coming together to do stuff. We have Firefight, which is like a teeny tiny version without all the added story and extraction mode pieces that you guys have. But I think it's really complementary, like different game styles, like versus
It's a
our
great
PvP
way to put it.
arena style versus this like different kind of PvE MMO.
So I have to know who approached who. Like, did Arrowhead call you guys up and say, "Hey"? Well, clearly you both were thinking it, and I'm just wondering who broke the ice.
I think it was Arrowhead that reached out, but correct me if I'm wrong. And this,
I think so.
yeah, and I think this all came together really, really quickly too, because they were doing their deal with Xbox. They obviously fans had been asking for this, and they'd been thinking about it. But I was just so impressed with how quickly Arrowhead moved.
Yeah.
They were like, "This is what we want to do. This is a war bond. Like, we want to do these specific weapons," and going through approvals and getting the models and getting them just right. It was really a collaboration going back and forth with the Arrowhead team. Like, we need a bigger flare on the end of the gun on the assault rifle, or just making sure the animations and things, obviously they're going to tune it for their game to work with how they need it to work for Helldivers. But really, I felt like respectful of the source material and like making it feel like, oh, I remember this gun. And then like, this is how it plays now.
It's amazing in it.
As soon as we launched the little tease as well with a saxophone,
Yeah.
then everyone immediately got it. And I was seeing that was very exciting. And we were just very happy with the reception.
And I have to imagine the Halo team is feeling pretty good about this. So I'm hopping online and seeing what people have been saying about this whole thing.
Absolutely. We knew fans were going to be excited when they announced they were coming to Xbox. That was the first thing everyone said was, oh my God, this might make a Halo thing actually possible. So now that we're coming through and doing it on the launch date on Xbox, it's just really incredible.
Yeah, and no better time. And it's great too because PlayStation owners, PC owners, they all get to jump into this war bond. Probably important to say, yeah, like the war bond doesn't see consoles or platforms. It just sees Helldivers and managed democracy. So it's kind of cool to see that all kind of join together. I will say again, I'll just never forget when we dropped the trailer. When I first heard about the collaboration coming of Helldivers coming to Xbox, fans were excited, and literally like the top 3 sentiment measurements we were looking into, Halo was right there. So it's like writing what you want for Santa on your Christmas list, and then immediately finding out a week later, oh my gosh, I get it. That's awesome. It's going to be really fun. I know folks are going to have a blast playing together from Xbox, PC, PlayStation, as well as dressed to their best in ODST.
So they will go into the Gloom. The Gloom is a specific section. It's like the bug homeworlds that we have in the game that players haven't been to yet. But when into the Unjust launches, then now Super Earth has developed the technology to go deep into the bug homeworlds. So they will, for the first time, step into their territories. And there they will see hive worlds, completely terraformed, terminated planets. There's a bunch of cave systems there spread across the entire planet. So it's the first time that players get to go into caves. So they will go underground, and that will require quite new tactics because now you cannot rely on your super destroyer as much anymore, as it's quite different. It requires way more co-op, and you don't want to get separated from your squad, and it's tough to die because then you have to find your way back in. And the high world also has many new kinds of enemies. So there will be all kinds of mutations as you go into the gloom, as we call it. So players can expect to see many new kinds of enemies. There's enemies that burrow on the ground. There's much bigger enemies that fly. And there's even some enemies that I don't want to talk about, but the players, I think, would be very excited about when they see them.
We're living a historical moment that is so hard to explain. It's only the first day that it just happened. So I'm still kind of at a loss of words in totality, but I just want to just express just how happy I am for gaming. I feel that gaming can... it can go, it has its ups and downs, it has its peaks, its valleys at times when it comes down to like just structured gaming, and I mean just in totality, right? Not just somebody who plays like online all day. So PvE, this is huge for PvE enthusiasts, in my opinion. I think PvE was really needing something like this, even though they treated it like as a live service, of course. All in all, it's a PvE game, of course, and PvE needs something like this, like constant updates, like the replayability factor to be as huge as it possibly can be, with like fresh collabs and all that, like when they did the Killzone stuff, and then now, you know, from Illuminate and onwards, and then they have another update next week, which is also huge. So I think that what Helldivers 2 is doing, like, it essentially is that they're really like pushing those limits, and that needle is going further and further when it comes down to what game. The question is, what game is going to try this next, right? Like, what game are we gonna essentially see that is capable of having a universal audience that can accept that cross-platform like aura, but also like enjoy all the benefits of being on each platform and it going like a smoother process and everything like that. And I just couldn't see any other community that wouldn't be able to do it. I think, in my opinion, Helldivers for sure is something that I think was 100% deserved, in my opinion, man. So it's so cool to see it like from this virtue, and I'm just so excited to really be like, I don't know, they made history. And so that's just the way it goes, man. I think it's something that I can't wait to get into a lot more and keep playing with my friends and get my Xbox friends on board. I have it for PC. I didn't have it for PlayStation, so I might rebuy it on PlayStation just to support the movement also. And then also I'm getting the ODST on a PlayStation platform, right? I got my PlayStation right here, so I want to get it on PS5 and possibly buy like a Halo Strikes, because they said, right, they're not really they're giving us this cross-platform, like it's not just what do you call it, like exclusive to get the ODST on Xbox. You can get it on the PlayStation, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, y'all let me know what's up, man. I'm excited. History's been made. Gaming is finally like it's huge. This is huge, especially for this game. Underlooked, in my opinion, but also like I wouldn't know any other game that could have done it like this. Like, this was perfect. The way it fits, the way it meshes, the story, like true to everything, and just like giving us Helljumpers, Helldivers, like there's just no better fit, man. So yeah, y'all let me know what's up, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace.